The amazing thing is that they've remained very much the same people they were when I first met them. Still humble, still enthusiastic, still generous.
Hey guys, it's Rachel Fisher, and today, guess what? I'm super excited because today we're going to be talking a little bit about Harry Potter and some of my absolute favorite actors on the show and where they are now. Alright, let's get started with our list of top 10 Harry Potter stars you won't recognize. Coming in at number 10, we have Josh Herdman as Goyle. Where is he now? The spotlight may not have been on Herdman a lot during the series because he was Goyle and he was trailing after Draco Malfoy the entire time. Herdman is a part of a family legacy of athletes, being the son of rugby league football player Martin Herdman. After filming Wrapped, Josh took a break and began to launch his career as an MMA fighter. When he returned to acting, he appeared in a dark noir detective series called Marcella, and even put his MMA skills to good use in Robin Hood, directed by Otto Bathurst. Next up for Herdman is a short film called Corner Boy that also combines his love for MMA and acting, so keep your eyes peeled and maybe you might see him. Coming in at number 9, we have Sean Biggerstaff, aka Oliver Wood. Known to us Harry Potter fans as the charming Quidditch captain who introduces the title man himself to the legendary sport of Quidditch. He was in both the first and second movies and made a brief appearance in Deathly Hallows Part 2, but has since worked on films such as Mary Queen of Scots, perfect for the Scottish actor, Whiskey Galore, and even made an appearance on the miniseries Jenny, the Doctor's Daughter, as Noah. He's also continued his career on the stage, but when will we see this familiar face back on the big screen? Well, keep your eyes peeled for horror film Hector and Himself, which was just announced. Biggerstaff will be playing the lead role of Hector Green. Coming in at number 8, Fiona Shaw, Mrs. Dursley. Oftentimes when people play villains, we tend to hate the actor a little bit, which means they did an absolutely amazing job. We have to talk about Fiona Shaw. Hopefully you recognize that name as she plays one of the most hated characters to hit the screen, Mrs. Dursley. Prior to Harry Potter, Shaw had already built a celebrated career in Britain, but since then, we've seen a lot of Fiona across the pond in award-winning shows such as True Blood, Killing Eve, Fleabag, and in Enola Holmes. From power-hungry witch to distant and mysterious Carolyn Martins to flirtatious and dutiful Miss Harrison, Shaw has easily become an actor to watch out for. So what's next? Well, just announced on our IMDb, Shaw will be playing Countess Markievicz in a new film called The Rising 1916. Countess Markievicz was an Irish politician, revolutionary, and suffragette who was the first woman to be elected to the Westminster Parliament. So we can only assume the film will surround the events leading up to this. Just how Fiona Shaw will bring this historical figure to life will of course remain entirely in her hands, and I can't wait to see it. Coming in at number 7, Harry Melling. Speaking of characters we love to hate, we've got Harry Melling, aka Dudley Dursley, and you would never recognize him now. If you thought he was still the same full-figured Dursley we know and love to hate, then you are dead wrong. The first time Melling appeared outside of the HB universe, he appeared as Gilly in the magical TV series Merlin, and you could barely recognize him. I was completely shocked. He lost so much weight that for his last appearance in Harry Potter, they made him wear a fat suit and even considered replacing him altogether, which thankfully they didn't because we love him. After HP, he went on to study Atlanta, but left early to act alongside Fiona Shaw in Mother of Courage and Her Children at the National Theatre. Melling has definitely experienced a glow up and has now gone on to appear in shows like The Musketeers, His Dark Materials, and The Queen's Gambit. What's next for Melling? Well, this is another case of patience is a virtue, as we are waiting on 2 productions to be released. One being The Tragedy of Macbeth as Malcolm, and Please Baby Please. Will Melling give us another show-stopping transformation? I guess we will have to wait and see. Coming in at number 6, Tom Felton! We are doing all the villains, as next up we have Tom Felton. I think it's difficult for anyone to picture Tom with anything but bleach, blonde, sleeked back hair, but that's definitely not what he looks like now. If you follow the actor on social media, he is entirely opposite of the character he played in Harry Potter, Draco Malfoy. He's not only continuing to add fantastic films to his resume, he's also a fantastic indie musician. That being said though, if you're expecting Tom to revamp his villain persona, you're in luck. If you caught the film A Babysitter's Guide to Monster Hunting, you might have missed him because the CGI was so intense I actually almost missed him entirely, though he plays a lead role. Though he is once again a villain, it is so far from Draco Malfoy. Tom plays the evil monster every child fears behind every closet door and beneath the dark corners of their beds. But for those loving the hero vibe, he's got some of that coming our way too, as Felton is starring in a new epic World War II film called The Forgotten Battle. Number 5, Mathew Lewis. I'm pretty sure this guy invented the glow up and coined the term long-bottomed. That's right, coming up next we have Mathew Lewis, aka Neville Longbottom. Mathew Lewis's prepubescent self was initially cast as the dweeby, clumsy, yet brave Neville Longbottom. But that all changed as Mathew Lewis turned into the man he is today and emerged as yet another talented heartthrob hailing from the UK. There's so many of them. Side by side, if you put the young picture together and him together, you'd be like, is that the same person? If you're also a massive fan of British television, then you may have seen him take over the town, appearing in, I don't know, shows like Happy Valley, which is, by the way, one of my absolute favorite shows, Ripper Street, Drunk History UK, but viewers were surprised and delighted to see the revamp of All Creatures Great and Small feature this iconic Harry Potter actor as one of the lead characters, Hugh Houghton, which is where you can find him today. Coming in at number 4, Domhnall Gleeson as Bill Weasley. Fans familiar with Domhnall Gleeson's brooding and rugged appearance as Bill Weasley have a lot coming for them. Despite featuring as a smaller role in the franchise, Gleeson has followed in his father's footsteps by creating an acting legacy of his own, going on to star in films such as Never Let Me Go, About Time, Ex Machina, and Star Wars. Domhnall Gleeson has proved over and over again that no role is too big or too small for this actor to make it memorable. His next project is currently in development, as he will be taking on the role of John Dean in the new TV series The White House Plumbers. Villain, hero, lover, fighter, clown, anything is possible regarding what's next for Gleeson. Coming in at number 3, we have Robbie Coltrane as Hagrid, the lovable groundskeeper at Hogwarts, famed for charming phrases like, oh, shouldn't have said that. That's me every day. Robbie Coltrane is one of those actors that constantly has HP fans asking while watching any random show, wait a minute, is that Hagrid? Or at least that's what I find myself doing. Coltrane started acting in his 20s and was Rowling's first choice when casting the role of Hagrid. Since the decade of Harry Potter films passed, Coltrane mainly works now on his show called Critical Evidence and doesn't appear to be returning to acting anytime soon. But if you've ever seen films like Brave, Arthur's Christmas, and Van Helsing, you've certainly heard him. Coltrane is the voice you hear in movies that always sounds familiar and you're not sure why, and adds the perfect gruffness for any creepy characters you need, like Mr. Hyde from Van Helsing, or like a cheery elf in Arthur's Christmas. So who knows, next time you randomize your Netflix, you might just show up for a visit. Coming in at number 2, we have Rupert Grint. Wait, okay, hold on. So this we actually have to talk about. So how did this go from this to this? My mind is boggled. Rupert Grint is another one of those actors in HBU who had a glow up. Everyone knows actor Rupert Grint for having played the absolutely adorable yet fumbly Ronald Weasley in the Wizarding World. But he has come so far from that role because have you seen him in the show Snatch? There is not a trace of Ronald Weasley left. Grint has gone on to appear and star in several TV shows and movies, but his role as Charlie Cavendish leaves his hand-me-down robes in the dust. The series is based off of the original movie Snatch, directed by Guy Ritchie, and Rupert fits right in with this dark comedy. And it looks as though we can expect his roles to get even darker. He will also appear in a thriller TV series called The Servant as Julian Pierce, and considering it's directed by M. Night Shyamalan, who knows what we can expect next. And lastly, number 1, Zoe Wanamaker, Madame Rolanda Hooch. One of the coolest characters in the series is Madame Hooch. Fight me, I think she's so cool. The gym teacher we always wanted because she taught us how to fly on broomsticks, which is the dream. The Harry Potter movie series is no stranger to hiring iconic British actors to fill some of its most memorable roles, Madame Hooch being no exception. Rolanda Hooch is played by Zoe Wanamaker, who has created a legacy on both the stage and screen. So, what's she doing next? Well, if you've heard the buzz from book lovers everywhere, you may know that the Shadow and Bone series has launched on Netflix. No spoilers, guys. Currently still reading the books before I absolutely binge the show, but if you haven't already, then you may have spotted our beloved flying coach taking on another tougher teacher role as Baghra, but as opposed to the hawk-eyed, chic, stylin', Quidditch coach. That guy is a teacher with a secret agenda that may end up helping save the world. Ooh. And that's it for today, friends. If you like this video, you know what to do. Like, share, comment, follow. We love all of it. Comment down below if you've ever been surprised to see a Harry Potter character in a movie that you love. My name is Rachel Fisher, and until next time, guys, take care of yourself.